Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. This is the day we've all been waiting for, the MTN Youth Skilling Program, with probably implemented with Ubuntu Systems graduation day. We are super excited. For those of you joining us on YouTube, on Twitter, thank you so much. Our graduates in the house, we are super excited that you have come this far. My name is Rachel Musima Senyondo, a professional marketer chartered with the Chartered Institute of Marketing UK. I'm a consultant and I'm very happy to have been part of the facilitating team for this exceptional program. Important to note, I will be your MC for the day, and we are super excited to have you. This is a virtual event and we feel like we are already in sync and seeing each other. All right, as we start our program today, we'd like to take note of our graduates in the house. Thank you so much for making it this far. Your resilience indeed has finally paid off. And for this, we are more than certain that we are going to have a better Uganda with you, the empowered youth, taking charge of your innovations and your businesses and your communities. Thank you so much. Now, for those of you on Twitter and YouTube, feel free to use our hashtags, digital for good and good together. Before we go any further, we'd like to recognize our sponsors, MTN Foundation. You have done us well, given the pandemic and all the challenges that have affected our economies, our families. You have stayed with us and pushed us until the end. Would like to take note of our partners, the different stakeholders, the judges. A round of applause for you judges in the house. Yay, you did well. Our facilitators who always made it on time amidst the pandemic and the challenges. Hooray! You did us well. Thank you so much for sparing your time. And above all, our graduates, this is about you. Like Vince Lombardi says, winning is not everything. Winning is the only thing you want today, and we want to celebrate you. In our house today, we have different categories of people or protocol observed. We have different ministries represented here. We have speakers lined up. We have so much packaged up for you. Our program this morning is going to run as follows, and dare not to even miss. Don't you switch off that channel. Stay watching, because trust me, by the time we are done, you are going to want to be a part of this whenever it is up and running. We'll definitely start with a presentation from our partners, implementing partners, exceptionally chosen and selected. That's Ubuntu Systems. We'll have a representatives speaking, different representatives speaking, but first we'll have a representative from the graduates. Then we'll have also remarks from our ICDL. Thereafter, we'll have the conferment of certificates. The graduates, you must be excited. This is about you. If you have not yet invited your family and friends, tell them that we are on YouTube, all right? So that we can celebrate this key milestone with you. Thereafter, definitely it's been a journey, and we have a story to tell as graduates. We will have a testimony, a video played and recorded by our graduates to tell us how far this has gotten them and where it's taking them. To continue with that, we'll also have conferments again of the certificates, We will also have the participants' opinion. Like one of my famous quotes, feedback is breakfast for champions. So we will definitely have feedback from the team that has been a part of this journey. Thereafter, we'll have a representative from MTN Foundation also to confer and make remarks in this graduation ceremony. Thereafter, we will have remarks and speeches from some of our invited guests, and then we will have a Kodak moment virtually. Yes, it is possible to still have that moment. I know that with the lockdown and all the issues going around, that can stop us from celebrating this key milestone. Once again, I want to say thank you very much for joining us this morning as we celebrate, as we ululate. If you are from the east, from the west, this program was so exciting that we had representation from all over Uganda. So what does that mean? We are creating impact across the country. Yes, we will have a representation from the Ministry of ICT, then we'll have conferment of the graduates, then still, like I said, feedback is breakfast for champions. We'll have a participant opinion of what the program meant to them. We'll also have representation from our sponsors, MTN Foundation, and that will be a representative of our MTN CEO. I don't want to preempt that who is, but as we go on, you will definitely enjoy those wonderful remarks. If you need to note down, get your iPad, get your iPhone, get whatever it is to take notes, because we are excited and so many words of wisdom are going to be shared here. All right. After a representation from the CEO of MTN, we'll definitely have so many other activities wrapped up for you this morning. All we want to say is that stay tuned on our YouTube, stay tuned on our Twitter. Feel free to use our hashtag digital for good and good together. I'm definitely super excited about this because it's been a whole lot of a journey. Right about now, allow me invite our exceptional implementing partner, Obonifu, to share a few remarks with us. And representing Obonifu, allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to invite an exceptional communicator, a writer, none other than the brand and communications manager for Ubunifu Systems right in your home. Give him a round of applause as he comes to share a few remarks with us. Thank you. Sylvester, you're welcome.
Wow, thank you very much, Rachel. That is one very, very outstanding profile of myself. I don't even believe I am the one. Hurrah to our graduates who by the end of this session are going to be graduates. You guys are amazing, man. I can't say that any better. You've come a long way, and I think that is testimony enough that you are willing to go even further. So a round of applause to you. If you can hear me, just go down to your Zoom. You'll see something like reactions. Click on it, and you'll see the claps, and you can just click on the claps. And as I've done with my screen, you can see right there in the top corner. Yes, and we shall be clapping for ourselves. I want to welcome all of you. I want to be mindful of my time, but I want to share this very, very wonderful moment. All protocol observed, good morning. My name is Sylvester Nyombi. I am the Brand and Communications Manager at Ubunifu Systems, and we've been the lead implementing partner on this program, which we are going to keep doing for many, many more years to come. Once again, I want to comment on how far this journey has come. We looked out as Ubunifu for something that is within our scope of work, which is working in the space of ICT, innovation and technology, and working with the youth. Now, our profile as an organization has a number of successful youth who have done work like this before, but I would say that the current cohort is even more outstanding. because we started from the launch in December 2020, sent out a call, and we received an overwhelming number of 1,992 applicants. So we were very critical because we wanted to deal with only the very best. And that is why we subjected those applications to a very, very tough selection criteria. And when we found that some people didn't meet the age requirement, some people were above it, some people were below it, some people did not express the kind of interest we're looking for in the mission statements, we managed to select 100. And out of those 100, 7 months down the road, we have 60. So I am very sure that right now on the call, we have the creme de la creme, and there is nothing better than that. So for our graduates today, I just want to remind you that you are very different. You are so different, even from the selection, it shows. We got you from over 86 districts. Our country has over 100, our country has 126 districts. So for you to be from 86 districts speaks about the diversity of your cohort. And that also means that you're representing various communities in this country. And that means there are very many people counting on you to go back home and use this knowledge that you've got from this training to solve the community challenges that you may be having. There is further evidence to your diversity, which is in the gender, that we managed to get 49.9% of you as females and 50.1% as male. So that means we struck almost 100% gender balance. We just missed it by a few points. So that means you people know, you know that in this country, at least our government, which is also going to be represented by the Ministry of Gender, has tried so hard to work towards gender equality, and our program conformed with it, and you also conformed with it. So while you are out there, while you're doing all this work, put it at the back of your mind that you are representing a gender, you are representing a district, you're representing a community, and you've acquired this knowledge not just for yourself, but for these people as well. And I am very certain that when you step out there, you'll be able to use it. You are also a very educated group. At least 75% of you, according to our statistics, have a minimum of a bachelor's degree. Some of you have gone further to vocational school. Some of you have a master's. Some of you have postgraduate certification. So you are a very, very educated group. And education is always the key, and education does not stop. Learning does not stop. That is why we've added these certificates on you, the ICDL certificate, the technical skilling certificates. We hope that this can back up the information and knowledge you've already had over the years and make you a finer breed of young people for the country, which is, as you know, relying on this generation that's stepping out. Finally, I want to remind you that the government is intent on migrating the economy to a digital economy. It allocated around 13 billion shillings for that activity in this financial year. And this training has been particularly to skill you to be able to take over when the economy is digitized. So we believe that whether you are in agriculture, whether you are in education, whether you are dealing with youth empowerment, whether you are in technology, you are looking at the end goal, which is operating digitally, because this is life as we know it. And none of you deserves to be left behind. As a matter of fact, all of you deserve to be at the forefront. I have no doubt that you're going to have a very excellent future with us. We've already moved to in the incubation phase, where some of the ideas that you pitched are now being developed. And we know that even 10, 11, 20 years from now, we are sure you will look back at this program and look back at the impact you're going to have in your communities. And we hope that you do not lose the identity of being the graduates, the very first graduates of the MTN Youth Skilling Program. You lead, others will follow. May you always hold our flag high, and may you always have the country at heart. Thank you very much. I wish you the very best of these celebrations. All right. We have just got a small glitch. Rachel will be joining us shortly. But while Rachel prepares to join us, I would want you to allow me just hold forth until she returns and allow me to welcome somebody that has over the past 7 months showed a certain level of resilience and a certain ability to take lead, to be self-driven, to learn, to yearn for knowledge. Those of you who read the Bible know how important it is to yearn for knowledge. And this gentleman is one of those people who have displayed that ability very, very well. So please welcome with me the incoming president of the MTN Youth Alumni Council, Mr. Kenneth Mohanji, to give us a few remarks as the representative of the participants in the next 5 minutes. Mehdi, Mehdi, the floor is yours.
Hey, good morning. Let me hope everyone, let me hope you can hear me and see me. Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to MTN family. Congratulations to everyone who has been part of this. I want to thank Allah, my God, for the life and this opportunity, because it has been a hard time. So reaching where we are, it's not easy. Thank you so much, everyone who has done something. I want to appreciate all the facilitators, all the participants, because there are a million things that has happened for us to be here today. I just pray to God to accept our humble contribution to this world through this training. I want to share a number of things that I think about this program and where we're going. But again, I'm Mohammed Mukaru. I'm a Rotarian, but also I'm a youth leader. And right now I'm talking in the capacity of the alumni president of the first cohort. So I'm so happy for being part of this and coming this far. And also thank you so much, MTN, for believing in me to give me the leadership. My concern as a young person right now and a community leader is the youth statistics. Africa is above 60%. In Uganda, it's above 75%. But the question is, what does this statistic brings? What's the contribution of this huge number of a population in Africa? So to me, that's a very, very important question to address by the youth ourselves and also stakeholders. And I'm so happy that if we address that question, we get tangible and quality programs to empower young people so that the statistics can have an impact to contribute as partners. Let me cite an example, a very small example. We talk about unemployment, but if you ask about the unemployability level that we have, so many graduates, so many young people outside without job, but if you presented a job to them, can they do it? Can they work as a team? The question is never answered. So a program like this is coming into help. About the MTN youth skilling training, thank you so much, because I want to commend the people who designed it, the people who facilitated it, the funders and everyone, because it bridged the right gap. It's a program that gave us technical skills, it gave us like digital, like computer skills, but most importantly, it gave us skills to be able to start the things that we have been studying and the dreams. For example, right now, I'm running my organization that had thought of running for years and years. But because of a series of training, I was able to identify that I can start small, I can build a small team and start. And right now I have two items I'm running into this program. I have an online training which starts, which I started like 4 weeks back. I'm giving online training sessions to leaders in my community, but online. But also I have a virtual training program for essential workers. People call in and I teach them about Zoom. So the training, like the skilling program, came up with the right knowledge and not only write, but things that inspired us to be able to take on something that you've been wishing to do. So to me, that is so important. Now, the question to ask, or the challenge I'm going to give everyone, including the alumni, MTN, and all stakeholders, how do we synergize, how do we unite and pull all interested stakeholders to see like we build on this program? Because this program has built a team of 60 young people who are graduating today, but also even those who dropped from the program impacted them directly. And this is a very energized team right now to do million things. The question is, how do we synergize and move on? The answer to the alumni, because we benefit more as stakeholders who are being organized under this program, can we unite and don't behave like other programs where I've seen people are trading into groups, they're given resources and time, but you find like two people are succeeding. I would want us to commit and say, since we have an alumni council, can we unite and come up with a strategic plan so that we can build an MTN network and be able to connect with other stakeholders so that our contribution is valued in there. So if we are able to do that, that means MTN can recommend us, we can connect with government programs. Right now, there is a huge influx of funding which is coming from the government to give young people money to start something. So we are the right people to advise, to take this money and invest it, but also to offer the leadership that it takes for these programs to increase. And if we are able to do that, it means we'll be able to innovate more, we'll be able to grow our innovation, we'll be able to invest, we'll be able to save. That will lead to development, because development is what we are looking at. So we need to create jobs, we need to provide the leadership that it takes. Lastly, I think it goes to every person who has been part of this program to make it a success, but also to make sure this program is reaching into our respective communities, because as a Rotarian and a Muslim, I've grown on a principle of doing something for myself, but benefiting my community. So that should be the ultimate goal of everyone here, because this community that we start with building, it will be the beginning to build the entire country, because I've identified like so many people now working for their stomach, yet our motto is for God and my country. So let's everyone who has benefited to try and benefit their community, so that we build jobs, we build generations that will be able to address the problem. Lastly, I want to say thank you so much to MTN. Thank you so much, OBNIF team. Thank you so much to all our facilitators. Thank you so much to all our families, because I know for us to attend these trainings and sessions, our families have sacrificed a lot to the extent, like even they have bought us data, they've been there seeing us doing assignment, they've been there for us. So I want to thank all our family members for being there for us. Alumni, just know like the challenge begins and the sky is the beginning if we unite. For God and my country, I want to congratulate everyone. Thanks for being here. I sign out.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those wonderful remarks, Mr. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. President. Indeed, it's a call for unity. It's a call for collaboration. It's a call for teamwork as the youth to make sure that we have a better Uganda. The better Uganda lies in the hands of the youth. So thank you so much for those wonderful remarks. Indeed, you have shown us and exhibited that you are doing a tremendous job. Right about now, it is the time we've all been waiting for. It is the time for the conformance of our graduates this morning. I'm super excited. Get you inviting your families. We've shared with you our YouTube link. Share with them. Feel free to tweet. All right, dig it up for good together. So make sure they are online right now as we are going to have the conferment of our graduates this morning. And the very first lot of our graduates to be conferred, it's going to be taken over by none other than country manager for ICDL Africa, a certified facilitator and director at the Refactory. And he's none other than Michael. He's going to have some wonderful remarks for us. He's an excellent person. So Michael, you are so welcome to take on the first batch of the conferment.
Thank you, Rachel. And I love your energy for Friday. Honestly, I need a dose of that. It's been a crazy week. So awesome. I think my job is very simple. First is to congratulate all those that were able to go through this training, and not just the training, but go through a certification process. And for those that are joining us for ICDL, for you to receive a certificate, you will have passed at not less than 75%. And so anybody who has passed a module, it means you have attained a score of 75% and above. And so congratulations to you. You have started a journey of digital excellence and digital competence. One of the things we know for a fact is that there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference between people who say they have digital skills. A lot of people don't have competences, but because they use these devices on a daily basis, they take it for granted that they have the competences. Now, let me share a fact. In Australia and Singapore, they did a survey. They asked people to rate themselves on their digital competences. 83% regarded or rated themselves as very good. Between 75 to 83% rated themselves as very good. When they did an assessment, only 36% could actually pass. So there's a huge difference between those that claim to know. In other words, you wake up every morning, you start your computer, and you use your Microsoft Word or Excel. The difference with certification is it emphasizes and enables you to have the right competences. And so for those of you that are receiving your certificates today, this is not just another certificate. It's a certificate that is recognized in 154 countries. It's a certificate that actually is recognized in the UN system, that if you ever desired and worked with the UN system, for you to be promoted, it's one of those certificates that are a requirement. It's a certificate that if you work in the Uganda police force and you want to go and work with the UN, it's a certificate that will immediately increase your chances of being deployed. So the certificate you've received is not a certificate for the sake of having it. It's a certificate that brings you to the international market. It's a certificate that now takes you to a whole new level. And the opportunity you have, and I want you to take it this way, that MTN Foundation has made a seed investment. And like a seed that is planted, you must nurture it. Now, for those of you that have gotten these skills and this certificate, just know it's a seed that has been planted. There's way too much out there for you to learn. There's quite a lot for you to pick from and go and expound your horizon. And I'll end with this. In 2019, we ran this training for SMEs. And one of the people that attended this training was a mechanic. And the key thing that he got out of this was that he realized how much he didn't actually understand the cars that he was working. But the internet was giving him much more than he ever even would have found in any school. Right after the training, he went and bought 3 computers to teach his other mechanics. That gentleman right now we're in touch with him, and he was sharing with us that he can now more or less deal with any car, because all he needs to do is to know when the car was manufactured, the chassis number, and he will get to know the details of that car, and he will have a better appreciation. So he no longer does bring a spanner, let's open up everything until everything breaks down. No, he does diagnosis before he does the treatment. So ladies and gentlemen, to those of you that have gone through this training, take it as a huge investment from the foundation, a huge investment. And the only way you can pay back is if you can enable others to also get the same approach or close to what you have been able to achieve. So allow me to end here and once again congratulate you. I want to thank Ubunifu and MTN Foundation for investing, making this investment. For Ubunifu for selecting ICDL as your training partner in terms of the digital skilling. For MTN for having accepted. You could have decided there's something else that we can pick on. But for you, for having said MTN, we will go with ICDL. It's a huge endorsement, and I am excited about the future. I'm excited about what we're going to do together in the coming years. And like I've shared with you guys, those that are getting this certificate, just know it's a seed. It is up to you to look after it. And the way you look after a seed is to continue investing in it. And when it comes to knowledge, it is sharpening yourself with more and not running short of what is expected. So back to you, Rachel, and all those that have graduated, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Michael. Indeed, from the takeaways, I see that you have positioned us, increased our chances of employment, and definitely we are going to take care and nurture this seed. So won't you still again, Michael, do us the honors of conferring our graduates projected right now? Will you do that for us, please?
I will. Do I read out the names, or do I just
please.
do
You could read out the names and at the end confer them.
Wow. So this is quite precious moments, if I could put it that way. Yeah. So I'll go for, let me read out the name for purposes of confirming that those that are read out actually qualify. Asimwe Abdul, Julius Tusingwire, Nalinda Doreen, Irene Nadiose, Amoni Ivan, Akongo Grace, Namwebia, Vanessa, Kagoya, Melanie Patience, Kusima, Brenda, Angela, Mujisha, Robert, Mawanda, Irene, Mary, Uchunguzi, Robert, Nemwa, Sharon, Odwongo, Ronald, Asidri, Stephen, Nagawa, Hajara, Odwong, Tony, Joseph, Semayego, Okelo, Emmanuel, Ogwal, Tony, Chani, Silas, Emmanuel, Koteka, Sentamu, Edward, Philip, Kasazi, George William, Damba Haruna, Kansime Fiona, Aya Pauline, Solomon Adutia, Charles Amone, Nakwekwe, Kutosi Joel, Olondo Nicholas, Kuchiriza Amos, Kevin, Na Numba Birunji, Masiko James. By the power that has been vested upon me, on behalf of ICDL, I would like to congratulate all those whose names have been read and award them the certificate from ICDL Africa. Thank you very much, Rachel.
Wow, right there. If you are from the East, that is the point we hear the ululation. Please leave it right there. Give us a moment to just take a screenshot. We need to share with our families, with our friends, and we need to create impact. Come on, if you're from the East, you can give us that distinctive ululation. That is how it is done down here in Kampala, Uganda, Africa. Yeah, you did it. You did it. Yay. We are proud, so proud of you. Have you taken that screenshot? Don't you forget our hashtag digital for good and good together. All right. Right about now, I know that you can agree with me that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. And do you want to go ahead? Definitely, you need to get started. Right now, we have our testimony video from our graduates about the story to tell. I know each time we go through something, we all have a story to tell. So won't you, ladies and gentlemen on the call, enjoy our story from our graduates. All right. While we wait for that story, we still want to appreciate our sponsors, MTN Foundation. You have done exceptionally well, especially during these tough times when budgets are constrained, when economies are constrained, and you decide to just plant that seed like Michael said. All right. We are so grateful.
The Youth Empowerment Program, which we have said the Youth Skilling Program, is a program aimed at supporting the youth population in Uganda.
I came to understand this program when I was scrolling on Facebook and I landed on the advert, so I decided to apply.
It entails both the finances, entrepreneurship, the sales, all those nice modules, the human resource, how you handle the beneficiaries.
Now I can be able to do that way on myself, dealing with the computer, Microsoft Office, presentation, and many more.
The MTN Youth Skilling Program has helped me to manage my finances, how I can push for sales, how I can manage my business.
The ability for the youth to be equipped with a skill set to innovate is very important. We can no longer sit back and wait for the white-collar jobs as in the past.
What I have learned is benefiting me already. I'm in a process of starting up a clinic.
Many ideas have come into my mind, and guess what? I'll be starting my own business after this program.
In 5 years, I see myself with a fast-growing startup which delivers medication all around the country.
I really want to thank you, MTN, so much.
Thank you, MTN. Thank you, MTN partners who have brought this program and who have done everything possible to see that this program is a success.
Wow. That's such a good story. And listen, that is just the tip of the iceberg. If you actually went down to what the graduates are doing, you would be as excited as I am. Now, don't you wait to celebrate only the big wins. We still need to celebrate every small win. Oh yes, again, and amidst adversity lies opportunity. Allow me again invite an exceptional leader, an exceptional mentor to confer our next batch of graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me invite Bruno Oluka, an experienced programmer, mentor, and ED of Obonefo Systems to confer our next batch of graduates. Yeah, Bruno, you are so welcome.
Okay, thank you very much, MC. All protocol observed. Just a moment, I think my camera is off. I'll turn on my camera. Yes, all protocol observed. Our guests, our facilitators present today, MTN Foundation and MTN Uganda, and most importantly, our graduates this morning. Allow me to welcome you to this very first MTN Youth Skilling graduating class. We're excited about the participants, our superstars. The journey, like Sylvester mentioned, has been long. This whole process started in December 2020. These participants have put in a lot of hours to get here. We've put in about 150 hours of technical skillings. They put in 100 hours also of ICDL to be here this morning on this graduation date. To our youth, and we've heard from the previous speakers, we need to take advantage of the opportunity we've had to participate in this program. And if you listen to Julius said in the next 5 years, he wants to really run a very successful business. In the video that played, we saw that the youth actually are looking to use these particular skills to basically build their businesses and build their communities. And when Carlos spoke, I think saying Africa has youth. Uganda alone has 75% youth. Okay, and I remember he posed a question to the participants: how are you going to use these skills you have attained from this program? Okay, and just know, yes, today we are graduating you, but this is just the beginning. We have representatives from the government, and the government is really doing a lot to support the youth. Okay, just be very creative and very innovative, and the sky is just the beginning, like we said these days. At this moment, I'm very honored to present these certificates to the first batch of our participants: Asidri Stephen, Akongo Grace, Amone Ivan, Andrew Cliff Musime, Angom Brenda, Anyango Rebecca, Asimwe Abdul, Aya Pauline, Baguma Derek Stanley, Bira Kaliasa, Brian Mao, Wire Bernard, Caleb Ayevazibwe, Charles Amone, Damba Haruna, Edna Ikundakwe, Emmanuel Semukoteka, Esiagu John, Irene Yandiose, and Jamiru Mugalu. On behalf of the MTN Foundation and the Boniface Systems, allow me to confer upon you the MTN Youth Skilling Program Technical Skilling Certificate. Congratulations.
Woo! Now, if you went to the west, I don't know, we'll be doing a Chitaguru right now. If you went to the north, maybe, or the east, we'll be doing Kadodi. That is the time when you just get out your phone. Feel free to get that screenshot and share it with your friends and family. Yes, it is worth a celebration. Come on now. You did exceptionally well. Thank you so much, MTN Foundation and Ubuntu Systems. Definitely. We are so proud of you for giving back to community and making this a better Uganda. What about now? Won't you join me as I invite one of the graduates' representative who is going to share with us what actually the MTN Youth Skilling Program meant to them. This person I'm going to invite is the director of Kasangati Youth Aqua and Agriculture Skilling Center, located in Gayaza, Kabubu. And this person is passionate about creating opportunities and creating change in times of crisis. She is an ambitious woman, a woman who is very outspoken and God-fearing. She is a successful person and a graduate on this program. Ladies and gentlemen, won't you welcome with me, Hajara Mugera. Come on now. Woo! Hajara, over to you.
All right, thank you so much. I'm so happy, so happy to have been part of this program. And I don't know, I'm so overjoyed that everyone around me has already felt the echo within me. So it's just a pleasure, actually. And I want to thank MTN and Ubuntu Systems. It's really an opportunity that is worth taking. You know, it came at a time when I was really caught up between starting and not starting. So my journey has been tough for those of you that have had it, and it came at a time when I had just resigned. So what the MTN Youth Skilling Program has done for me is quite way too much and too big for me to take. So it has helped me to holistically develop, and then to also know that the courage, the ambitions, and the determinations to start. So initially, I used to think it's about having lots of money as capital, having the knowledge, a lot of knowledge, but then I got to know that it's the opposite. So with the skills, the facilitators, the good and encouraging words, all has been done. And I want to inform you, the graduates, MTN and everyone on this graduation day, that I'm a proud executive director of an organization that I own, and I'm planning to build it up depending on the knowledge and the skills that I've gained from this program. It has also helped me to network with a variety of skilled and professional people, and a lot of them have helped me grow and see my things are moving on. So among the quotes that I've usually used and that inspire me a lot is never to think of giving up. So I've always held this so tight and dear to me. So for you to achieve anything, you have to always toil for you to be able to persevere. If you fail to do that, then you can't do anything. And then the other, we as graduates, you know that there is always opportunities. And usually as youth, we've been thinking of waiting for these opportunities to knock on our doors. But then what if it doesn't knock? Please go ahead and build that door for yourself. Get others on board and have this done. Then the courage that you have can help you to grow up and then become something in life. You inspire others. Time and again, we've been saying youth are unemployed, youth have no opportunities, the government has left us behind and all that. But then what have we done as youth? And how have we inspired others into doing something that would help to revive them from whatever crisis they're going through? So words may inspire, but only actions create change. So whatever challenges we fear, whatever hell we are going on, that is going on in our lives, we should always think that these are struggles that are going to help us and shape our road to a purposeful and successful meaning. So to MTN and Ubunifu Systems, it's been a pleasure. Words can't be enough to express how grateful and so delighted we are, but it's just a thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. May the good Lord bless you and bless your hands. So to the facilitators, you've been a wonderful team to work with. We know we've not been an easy team, but then you've grown us, and this will never be taken for granted. Thank you so much. That's all I have.
Wow, a round of applause, a round of applause. If you can, please feel free to use some emojis to show that indeed she has done well done. And yet again, we come to another exciting moment of conferment. Yay! We did it. Come on now. You can right there in your living room say you did well. Hashtag dig it off good and good together. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, won't you join me while I invite an expert in the telecom industry, a skilled person in corporate social responsibility, in management, project management, public relations, and he's a senior manager at MTN Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, Brian Bassa. Yeah, to give us a few remarks and confer our next batch of graduates right there from the East. I need to hear some ululation. Yeah.
Thank you, Rachel. I think I'll have to make similar remarks to Michael. The energy is really at 200%. I feel it. but I can't express it the way you express it. So I might need to borrow some of that. But yeah, thank you very much. It's really an exciting time right now. It's very exciting. My name is Brian Bassa. I lead the team at the MTN Foundation. And truth be told, when we started this, we never really thought that it would be this exciting to get here. We never anticipated the excitement that comes with achieving something that impacts not only us, but impacts everyone around us. That something that impacts the youth that we perhaps have never met, and also impacts the country at large all at once. So it's very exciting. It's a very exciting moment for the team at MTN Foundation. And to be honest, words fail me sometimes. I would like to first of all congratulate the graduates. I'm very sure it has not been an easy time. The COVID lockdowns, the transnighting, the commitment, the pursuing for achieving the lessons that have been taught, ICDL, the time that you have to make, especially for those who have family, and also those who have other things they're doing, but the time that they have had to sacrifice to actually focus and concentrate on this. So congratulations, everyone. I'm very, very proud of you. Our partners, Ubunifu, for a job well done. Thank you very much. You've been also diligent. The facilitators, I'm very sure you have created groundwork and you've set a foundation for all the teams to come in the future. We thank you for the time that you have created for the students to follow up, to give them guidance in all the things that they're doing. And I believe that by working together as a team, our impact not only just, it's not for now, the impact is to be seen in the later years, where I'm very sure this program will go on to impact so many youth. We could not take all the 1,000 that applied, 1,900. We could only take 100 for now. But I believe that the 100 that have come will go on to impact more numbers. The objective is really for these youth to go and start up enterprises. These enterprises will then create job opportunities for other youth, but also to translate what they have taught and to have a trickle-down effect to the fellow youth in the different communities. So this program is going to be ongoing. We're going to get a second cohort in the second half of this year. And then in December, we shall announce again for 2 cohorts for 2022, one which will begin in January to June, and the second which will start in July to December. So the opportunities are still there. Encourage youth to look out for these opportunities and apply. To also put, especially during the application phase, let's put heart into it when we're applying, because if you have heard what has been stated in some of the requirements or some of the questions that are asked, some things that you probably have, but perhaps you did not put a lot of commitment while applying. So I implore youth all around to do apply for this training. It's a very good training. And also for the graduates, the ones who have completed, much is expected of you. There's a whole community out there that you're going to inspire, that you're going to impact. And of course, at the end of the day, the ultimate prize at the end of the day is when we transform the entire nation together, one youth at a time. So I would like to take this opportunity to hence read the names of the people who have, the first batch of the people who have been able to succeed in both ICDL and the skills training. The list is goes as follows: Julius Tusingwire, Kagoya Melanie Patience, Kansime Fiona, Kasazi George William, Katwesi J. Evelyn Hilda, Kelvin Nanumba Birunji, Kusima Brenda Angela, Kwikiriza Amos, Masiko Maureen Hope, Masiko James Biamukama, Mwanda Irene Mary, Mukani Silas, Muchunguzi Robert, Mudanga Stephen, Mugisha Robert, Mukalu Mohammed, Mukasa Gershom, Molondo Nicholas, Nagawa Hajara, Najuma Miriam Bajangala. On behalf of the MTN Foundation and Ubunifu System, I confer upon you the Youth Skilling Program Technical Skilling Certificates. Congratulations.
Wow, 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 right there. Please feel free to pull out your iPhone, your iPad, whatever it is, Samsung Techno, whatever it is, and take that screenshot for memory. We are writing history to tell the younger generation that it can actually be done, that amidst adversity lies opportunity. And if you embrace this opportunity, definitely they are wins for you. Thank you very, very, very much, Brian, for conferring this batch of graduates. Please feel free to take a screenshot and share again with your friends and family to tell them, look here, this is a milestone worth celebrating and an indication that amidst adversity lies great opportunity. So like Hajara said, once you seek out those opportunities, don't you stop until they come. Then you need to step out and actually seek out for them. Next in line, we also have a representative from our graduates who is also going to speak to us on how the program impacted them and definitely how they're taking it on as a batch of graduates. And this person is a computer scientist by profession, a teacher by passion, with a high affinity to programming. He's currently pursuing his master's degree in information technology. And welcome with me, Kasazi, right in your living room. Olulet for him as he comes to share with us how this program has benefited them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rachel. I really love the energy. It has never changed since you came to, I mean, like you facilitated us. I still love that about you. Well, here we are on this graduation, and what can I say? This program has really been impactful. It's been, of course, very educative, with challenges that come with it, of course. My fellow graduates can, of course, attest to it. We had issues with ICDL. Those were sleepless nights. I mean, yes, it's worth it. We got the certificate, and I'm really glad that we're here. This program was aimed at equipping the youth with the right practical knowledge and skills. I dare say this has been achieved. We surely have been equipped with the right skills, and now the ball is in our hands to put these skills to productive use. And of course, you've heard we are living in a world of digital overload, and definitely with these right skills, we shall go out there and hustle it out. I would like to remind the participants one of the quotes that Dr. Stella Kivira used to give us. I mean, there is one, she said, always show up. I mean, if you want to do anything, if you're called for maybe an interview and you're not sure whether you will make it, just show up. You don't know what will come after. And she also told us to always be the vision bearers, but not the vision carriers. You know, there is surely a difference between those two. And I can also let you know that when you take action, extraordinary things happen. Do not sit down on these skills. Do not put the certificates under your beds. Of course, we are going to need them, but then most of all, we need to put these skills to use. Let's take action. I would like to thank Ubunifu Systems. You guys are the best. You've done very good to us. And if it were not you, I mean, who else would implement this better than you? I don't think there is a better person, the better company suited out there for something like this. This is a very great deed you've done. Above all, big thanks to MTN Foundation for empowering us. These skills that you've given to us will always go with us wherever we shall go. Thank you so much. Stay blessed.
Wow, wow, wow. Awesome, awesome. Before we proceed, there's breaking news. Breaking news. Did you know that this is the very first full online graduation in Uganda in regards to technology, innovation, and creativity? Kudos to MTN, our foundation, and Ubunifu. Please, if you're tweeting, that is worth a tweet. If you're sharing on your Instagram, on your whatever page it is the first of its kind in Uganda. We are writing history. Oh, yes. Thank you very much, MTN Foundation, and the very exceptional implementing partners, Ubunifu Systems. You have done exceptionally well. Yes, this is yet another time of celebration, of conformment. Yes, and before I do that, allow me speak about the person coming in to confer the next batch of graduates. This is a legal and ICT expert. He holds exceptional experience in intellectual property. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me invite a representative from ICT, Mr. Kenneth Mohanji, to give us a few remarks and confer our next batch of graduates. You are welcome, Kenneth, to this ceremony.
Thank you very much for that introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a very cold Friday afternoon here in Kampala, Uganda. I am pleased to be here. As introduced by Rachel, my name is Kenneth Mohanji. I am the managing partner at KT Advocates. I advise and represent the Ministry of ICT. I also represent you at the World Economic Forum, at the Center for the Fourth Industrial Revolution, and I also consult for the World Bank with a bias towards aspects or facets of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. So really, my remarks are just going to be really brief so that we can have the pass-out ceremony. Mine was to just let you know how policy, in particular, is important for you, the innovators, especially since many of you now are going into the workspace, or if you're already in the workspace, you're now going to use the skills that you've learned from this program to be able to either create more jobs, to also better yourselves, and of course, all of us are all contributing to the country in the sense that when we look at the National Development Plan goals, when we look at the policies that we have, and these are the ones that I'm going to just hint on briefly, they cannot succeed without you. And that's why policy is important. Whenever you're looking at technology or innovation, you're looking at an ecosystem. You're looking at it from the side of government, being the ones that are in charge of coming up with these policies and laws and ensuring that regulation caters to you, the innovator, and does not stifle whatever innovation or development that you have. You're also looking at you, the innovator, who comes up with these products or who is intentional about contributing towards the success of innovation within the geographical locational boundaries of Uganda. You're looking at private sector players like MTN Foundation, like Ubunifu, whose role it is to be able to facilitate innovation and to also create jobs and to also skill the way that you have been skilled. And then perhaps you can also look at donor agencies and collaboration with other countries. So that is what we call an ecosystem in general. And that ecosystem is what allows us to have the function we have now, is what allows us to have the internet. Other stakeholders are others into that meeting or a Zoom pass out, and how we're able to have internet as well. All these things come together to facilitate and ensure that you are able to work, you are able to skill, you are able to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So really mine is to say congrats and to say that Uganda has passed a number of, and those policies that we have passed are, we have the National Innovation Policy, which I'm not sure yet if it's in the public domain. We have a National Intellectual Property Policy. That one has been discussed severally, not only within government, but in the private sector as well. And what that one does in particular is to show the role of intellectual property when it comes to development, when it comes to increasing the GDP, because we're looking at now the national development, because your development feeds into the national development. The other policies we have as well, we have a policy for science, technology. We have a policy on taxation. We have a policy on, we even have a policy for minerals. Now that is, I'm now going into other industries, but we're looking at technology in particular. The policies that are relevant to you would be the National Innovation Policy, the Science Technology Policy, and the Intellectual Property Policy. So such policies, the reason why they're important is the policies are formulated by government, and government can only formulate those policies by getting input from innovators, from getting input from citizens, from getting input from anyone that will be affected either directly or indirectly by the policies themselves. And without those policies, the laws that we have now, in the intellectual property space, for example, we have the Copyright and Neighboring Rights Act, the Industrial Properties Act, which protects innovators or protects people that want to come up with inventions or creations of the mind. We have the Trademark Act, which will protect your brands and your logos and so on. We have the Copyright Act, which will also protect your creative mind as well, what we call literary works. I know you've been seeing what's been happening as well with COVID-19, for example. That falls within the realm of Industrial Property Act, which will focus also on patents, and also we have a regime for traditional knowledge, although that is still in its nascent stages. So these policies really exist to be able to spur innovation. These policies exist to be able to plug into your ecosystems, so that when they regulate, they're not over-regulating or under-regulating. So really, that is really what I had to say when it comes to policy and when it comes to innovation. And also, perhaps I will end with advice, with a piece of advice. At least for me, I am a young innovator as well. And I have been able to achieve what I've achieved mostly because I've been able to do something slightly above what the ordinary normal Ugandan will be able to do. Now, that may seem abstract, but if I am to bring it home, especially for you that are listening, if you just do something over and above what is expected of you, if you have created an innovation and you know you're starting a business and that business is supposed to, let's say, sell airtime, if everyone has already known how to sell airtime, how are you going to sell your airtime differently from how Shiba or George will sell their airtime? So those particular, whatever you do over and above that, which is perhaps, maybe you'll decide I'll have more interpersonal relationships with my clients. Maybe you'll decide I'm going to send airtime, free airtime for the clients that have been buying from me. Or I'm going to wish them happy birthday so that I don't touch my stock. Things like those may seem small, but they go a long way in ensuring that you are successful as an entrepreneur. Because like it or not, many of us, of course, do whatever we do out of passion, but ultimately you're also doing it as a way to sustain you. You're doing it as a way to sustain your families. You're doing it as a way to sustain your communities. Uganda, East Africa, and Africa is mostly communal based, and we thrive from the success of our communities. But what is your role as an individual when it comes to community? What is your role as an individual when it comes to your country? No matter how angry you are at everything that happens in the country, if you focus your mind on doing what you're doing well, there's a quote I like from the Quran that says that God will bless anyone who puts all his work and understanding into his work. That speaks to me a lot, because when you put all your work and understanding in what you do, the success that comes from that will be even greater. So I'll now hand over to Rachel and Rubunifu, and we see how we can be able to pass everyone out. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Kenneth. Indeed, our pride lies in the success of our community. What an awesome quote. Would you now do us the honors of conferring our next batch of graduates? Kenneth, would you kindly do that for us?
Yes, that's okay, Rachel. Perhaps I'll seek guidance as to how we'll be able to move forward.
You could kindly take a read through, and by the powers vested in you, definitely you confer them.
Okay, so from here I see Nakaiza Grace, Nakwekwe Kutosi Joel, Nalinda Dorin, Namwebwa Vanessa, Nansubuga Agnes, Nemwa Sharon, Odwong Tony, Odwongo Ronald, Ogwal Tony, Okelo Bonnie, Okelo Emmanuel, Oreje Eric, Palma Akelo, Paul Senyonga, Sheila Linda, Solomon Adutia, Semayengo Joseph, Sentamu Edward Philip, Tuyasingula Shadik, and Were Asuman. On behalf of the MTN Foundation and Ubunifu Systems, I confer upon you the YSP Technical Skilling Certificates.
Wow, awesome, Kenneth, you did well. Now, graduates, please feel free to take screenshots of that. This is your moment. You need to be heard, you need to be seen. And while you do that, I also have great news. Did you know that this month, we are actually celebrating the International Youth? And in the house this morning, we are more than privileged, in fact, humbled and honored to have the Minister of State of the Youth and Children Affairs in Uganda joining us on call. Honorable Minister Sarah Kanike, you are so welcome. We are more than excited that you join us on the call. Ladies and gentlemen, right in your living rooms, why don't you give him a round of applause with that emoji that we are excited that she actually humbled our invite and spared her time to join us. Yay, that is awesome news. Honorable Minister, what we have done right in the beginning was just to share our journey where we started with a selection of the youth, how the facilitators did a great job, the judges, the partners, and we conferred some graduates. So you didn't miss much, but we are happy that you spared time to join us. Oh, thank you very much. So right about now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me invite a representative. Words fail me to describe this powerful and strong and impactful lady representing the MTN CEO on this great graduation day. Enid Edroma, the General Manager Corporate Services, MTN Foundation, to give us remarks. She is so powerful. Get you writing, get a notebook, get a pen to pick the words of wisdom. Enid, you are so welcome.
Thank you very much, Rachel. Your energy, like everybody has said, is contagious. I wish I had just half of what you have in terms of energy. But yeah, maybe that's what youth does to us. So thank you very much for having me here today. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here to represent the CEO of MTN at this function. He sends his warmest and heartiest congratulations on your achievement today. So my speech today will be bits of what he has to say to you and bits of what I would have to say to you myself. Okay. Okay, so in terms of protocol, thank you for alerting me, Sarah, that the Honorable Minister is on this call. So Honorable Minister of State, Mrs. Sarah Kanyike, Chairperson of the MTN Foundation, Mr. George Egadu, staff and management of Ubunifu Systems, our other partners of the MTN Foundation, key industry players. I believe Michael was on this call, and so is Kenneth. Those are some of the key players in the ICT sector. To all our youth that are graduating today, all protocol observed. Today we witness the graduation of 60 brilliant, hardworking youth that have come this far. these people that are graduating today are not just your ordinary 60 people. They were picked out of 1,900 applicants to the ICDL certification and technical skills course. Like I said, I do not believe this is a chance occurrence. Why? Because firstly, within each of these graduates are certain special qualities that helped MTN and its partners identify you, and I'm speaking to you, the graduates, those special qualities that helped MTN and its partners to identify you as the right candidate for this ICDL certification and technical skills courses. These qualities include, and you can see if Rachel is anything about, you know, a sample of what we are looking for, you will see her passion come through her conversation. We believe that all of you candidates have that passion, and we saw it through your applications, and I believe your assessors and everybody that has instructed you through this course would be able to confirm. We've also noticed your resilience and your great positive outlook to life and its challenges. Your commitment to go the extra mile is also one of those qualities that has stood out for us. During the 1 year of your study, just like all of us, you experienced the challenge of COVID, which interrupted your education and changed the way that we initially hoped to run the program. Yet you quickly adapted to the so-called new normal and had your instruction delivered entirely online. This shouldn't really have been such a huge deal, because after all, you are being certified in, you know, with an international computer driving license. So this I expect was something that, if it hadn't been for the COVID pandemic, it was going to come anyway, but it just came quicker because of the pandemic. But you have demonstrated the ability to respond quickly and positively to change. You will find that these are qualities that help people to stand out and help people cope with a lot of things in life, because as we know, change is a given, change is a constant. You overcame this, and because of this, you'd most definitely deserve our heartiest congratulations. So very well done to the 60 of you, and thank you to Ubunifu and all our partners for imparting this instruction on you. Now moving on to digitization, as I mentioned earlier, had it not been for the COVID pandemic, you know, over the last few months, we've had, you mustn't waste a good pandemic or a good crisis. So what, you know, in spite of all the difficulties and the challenges and the sad things about COVID, one thing that we must accept that COVID and this whole pandemic has done for us is that it has accelerated the drive towards digitization. Had it not been for COVID, I think we would still be traveling abroad to attend meetings, and you would be hearing people complain about costs of travel and so on and so forth. So this pandemic, in spite of all the negatives that it has come with, has also shown us a new world, true digitization, in the sense that we envisage it to happen. There are areas that can still do better. For instance, primary education, secondary education. It would be nice to see that entire space move into into a digital space, and this would demonstrate to us the value of digitization. We'd like to see a lot of this, a lot of all these physical things we do. You could actually go and have a medical consultation done online. You don't have to be in the hospital, and you could probably only go to the hospital for a one-to-one interaction with your doctor and for administration of your medicine and other diagnostics. So what the pandemic has taught us is that this digitization is not a luxury. It's not just a nice to have, but it's an essential tool. It's an essential phenomenon in our society now. We all need to keep our social lives going, and so we connect in spite of all the lockdowns and the social distancing and all the other SOPs that require us to keep away from our usual physical presence. We've connected with family and friends at funerals, at weddings, celebrations, through different platforms, all thanks to digitization. We run our businesses and connect with business associates far and wide within the country and outside of the country on platforms that are enabled by digitization. So I'll tell you that through the lockdown, MTN, for instance, has operated with less than 30% of its staff on site, but you have never experienced a glitch in our services. If we've had meetings online. Today we are having a graduation online. All this has been enabled by digitization. We take instruction, for instance, you cohort of 60 have taken instruction this year and learned from educators across the world because we are digitized. Indeed, the whole world has migrated to the digitized space, and this is what your 1 year of instruction and the attainment of your certification has equipped you competently and fluently to operate in this space. This is an essential skill. So now, well equipped with your certification and technical skills, you can now take advantage of the vast opportunities for local innovation, which still lie untapped. I believe Kenneth, who spoke before me, has elucidated certain areas that you can take advantage of, and I won't repeat them. MTN Foundation and MTN Uganda believe that everybody deserves the benefits of a truly connected world. We believe that ICT can be truly transformational in our society, and this is why the foundation supports IT skilling of the youth. This is a program that we will continue to support in recognition of the critical role that ICT plays as a catalyst in the development of our economy. So as I conclude, I ask you graduates to pay forward to other persons what you feel you have benefited from MTN and its partners. Again, Kenneth spoke about giving back to society, giving your whole being, all your skills, your knowledge, your experience, everything that you are, put it into your job. And once you do that, you will shine through. It will be, if it's something that you need to start doing every day, bit by bit. And before you know it, it'll be something that comes naturally to you. So what am I saying really? As a part of society, you can only truly be useful if you impact as many people in your society and your community as possible. I therefore urge each one of you to carry the lessons and skills learned from this program directly into ICT-driven solutions that will address the various challenges of our society. I'd like to recognize and thank Untitled and all our other partners who helped to make this program a success. Once again, I congratulate you graduates on this milestone and hope that it propels you to greater heights as successful and financially literate social entrepreneurs. May God bless you and prosper you in these most challenging times. Go out and shine. The sky is indeed the limit. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, awesome. I knew it. She had to nail it with those words of wisdom. We need to step out, get out of our comfort zone. Nothing good happens in a comfort zone. Thank you so much, Enid. I definitely knew those were going to be brilliant and words of wisdom. So won't you, ladies and gentlemen, give her a round of applause for those brilliant remarks. And I'm so certain that right where we are going to impact our communities, relationships, friends, relatives, and everybody. It's got to go viral. For those of you on our YouTube, thank you so much for logging in. We are excited. We still have so much in store for you. Don't you leave. Like I said, we have the Honorable Minister of State for the Youth in the house. Yay! want to give a round of applause. Honorable Minister, on behalf of the organization, I want to say we are truly sorry for the mistake of the name. So, ladies and gentlemen, won't you join me to welcome the Honorable Minister? Oh, yes, Honorable Sarah Mateke, you are so welcome to this wonderful occasion. And we are expectant for what you have to share with us this morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really very excited with the energy that you have, as my previous speakers have said. And thank you for making us part of this. The chairperson, MTN Foundation Board of Trustees, the CEO, MTN Uganda, the graduates of the MTN Skilling Program, the media fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. The name is Nyirabashitsi Sarah Mateke, and I bring you warm greetings from Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development. And I would like to start by thanking MTN Uganda and Ubunifu Systems for inviting me to speak at this important event where we witness the graduation ceremony of our young people with different skills. I also wish to take this opportunity to thank MTN Uganda for investing in our youth as part of your corporate social responsibility. And indeed, it has really given back to the people of Uganda through this program. And I want to really thank you, and I commend your efforts. Countries all over the world are developed by their own skills labor force, and no country can be better or have quality of its people. Therefore, this has really contributed a lot to the quality and the investment that you've put in our young people. And to you, the young people, you can only pay back by using the skills you have acquired to do good use of those skills, make communities better through the work of your hands, be better people, be role models, and make money and grow rich and contribute to the socio-economic transformation of your families, communities, and the country. Communities are only as good as the quality of its skilled people. Go out to the communities and make a difference. Be able to leave a legacy behind. Always remember the words of Robin Sharma, a leadership coach. He says, and I quote, "In the world, you don't always get what you want, but what you work for. Like the British say, there is no free lunch in the world. Young men and women, you must work for your future. Your destiny is squarely in your hands." Ladies and gentlemen, the agenda of government in supporting the young people is quite broad and stretches from free primary schooling, secondary school, that is USE, to subsidize vocational trainings. Other important programs that we have as government, we have the Youth Livelihood Program, and this normally targets youth between 18 to 30, and where we provide interest-free revolving funds. And this fund runs in all local governments, including KCCA, and we normally target groups, and these groups can be five members per group onwards, and we can provide more than between 12.5 million, depending on the proposal that you provide as youth. And since inception, the program in 2014, government has invested in more than 169 billion, and it has been dispersed and given to these groups. And so far we have got projects that have that have picked up, and we have supported more than 251,000 youth. 46% are female, and I want to really thank our ladies who are coming up. And this revolving fund is normally paid back, and I want to commend the youth for the good work that they are doing out there. On top of the Youth Livelihood Program, we have the Youth Capital Venture Fund, which is implemented through Centenary Bank. And this one is in form of a loan. And unlike the Youth Livelihood Program with the Youth Capital Venture Fund, you can even access the funds as an individual. And what is important is to make sure that your business is registered with Uganda Registration Services Bureau, and you have a trading license, and they can give you money right from, I think they start from 5 million to 25 million. And this can also help our youth, especially the youth that are graduating today. You can start from there. On top of that, we also have a program of skilling of youth in marketable vocational trades. And the Ministry of Gender, the ministry has 3 regional skills training centers. That is one in Tao Youth Skilling, which is in Mukono. We have Kobolin Youth Skilling, which is in Napak, that is in Karamoja. And we have one that we are renovating in Mumbuku, which is still ongoing and still for training the youth. And these youth centers normally provide non-vocational skills training, especially to school dropouts in marketable vocational skills like soap making, metal fabrication, baking, fashion and design, hairdressing, all those that we feel that are marketable that can make our youth compete and get some employment. And they always access their certification through the Directorate of Industrial Training, that is DIT, upon concluding their trainings. We also have another support for the youth in the informal sector, which is Juakali, who are involved in Juakali businesses. Under this, we have supported over 2,000 Juakali youth in the informal sector, and we have supported them by giving them startup kits, and normally give them things like maize mills. We give them fabrication plants, baking machines, and this is aimed at enabling the youth expand their livelihood opportunities, as well as to enhance the profitability of businesses through lowering the cost of accessing machinery. We have also established the Songea Green Incubation Center. This is the Songhai Green Incubation Center, and it is a system of development that seeks to reduce poverty, youth unemployment, and food insecurity by strengthening the technical and organizational capacities of communities to produce efficiently and sustainability. The model was first started by Reverend Father Godfrey Zumuju in October 1985 in Benin, and it is now being piloted in Uganda at Kampindingisa Rehabilitation Center. I implore you all of you to visit that place. You will really like it. Through this incubation center, skills training is being undertaken in primary production, value addition, and processing, and final product marketing. We also have a program of apprenticeship and volunteerism in Uganda, and this one is also aimed at helping the youth employment-based training schemes targeted at the unemployed, school dropouts, school leavers, university graduates, and employers from both the public and private sector. This program is intended to revitalize the work-based training as an important step towards job creation and entrepreneurship empowerment. To complement on the above efforts, Ministry of Gender is developing the following new initiatives to expand the livelihood opportunities for the youth: increasing the physical and policy incentives for businesses created by the youth, for instance, inclusion of reservation schemes for youth in public procurement, tax incentives for businesses created by the youth, among others. This is aimed at promoting business, survival, and growth of enterprises. Developing a joint management framework with State House for the operation and management of industrial parks established by State House. These ones have been established in 18 regions across the country, and they are meant to enhance on the skilling of the youth, and they are yet to start. Redesigning the Youth Livelihood Program to continue providing affordable revolving funds and finance of youth entrepreneurs using the parish model implementation modalities. Despite the progress made under the above interventions, the demand for the funds affordable credit to support the youth establish viable business and livelihood is still very high compared to the resources available. I therefore appeal to the private sector to keep supporting us and implementing government programs. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am happy that this graduation ceremony has taken place during the International Youth Week, which we launched yesterday, as we prepare to celebrate the International Youth Day on 12th August. And indeed, in my first 100 days in the office as a minister, this is a very big blessing, and I will record it as among my first achievements. I wish you all well and congratulate all the graduates. Please aim higher and go for more training so as to become experts. Thank you so much for this kind attention. I repeat the names, most of you may not pronounce: Nirabashiti Sarah Mateke, MP Kisoro District, and the current youth in charge of youth, the current minister in charge of youth and children for God and my country. Thank
Wow, you. Honorable Minister, we are so humbled of wisdom and the opportunities, the dream that you have shared with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to make relation to Sir Richard Branson, who says that life is full of opportunities, and these opportunities are like buses. Ladies and gentlemen, where do buses stop? At the bus stop. Honorable Minister, I would like to tell you that these distinguished graduates were right at the bus stop to get into the bus graduate. Won't we give a round of applause for the Honorable Minister for making time to be with us this morning? Well done. And important to note before we come to a close, Honorable Minister, we want to tell you that this is the first full online graduation in terms of technology, innovation, and creativity. So well done, MTN Foundation and Ubunifu Systems. Right about now, please allow me to read one or two chats from our inbox. People are thanking you, Honorable Minister. People are thanking you, Enid. Well done. Obunifu, well done. Big congrats and thanks for the strides made by MTN Foundation. You did really well. So much of what is in the chat box are appreciations. So feel free to say congratulations to your teammates, to your friends. And this is the time that we come to a close, and we are going to put live our cameras for a Kodak moment. Who said we cannot take photos virtually? That is wrong. Digitalization has given us opportunities to even be in photographs. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen, won't you just put live your camera for the Kodak moment? Ladies, feel free to touch up that lipstick and that makeup, because we are writing history together. Thank you so much, our sponsors, MTN Foundation, our implementing partners, Untitled, and all the ladies and gentlemen who have taken off time to join us on this first ever in time, full house, online, virtual graduation. Primera, do we have that? I am seeing so many people on call. It's good to see you, Stephen. Good to see you. Good to see you, Ronnie. Good to see you, Silas. Primera, please let me know if we are live for this Kodak moment that I too can touch myself up for writing history. All right. Yay. Primera, please give me a thumbs up, for we are ready to write history. It is going down in Uganda, Africa, impacting society. Well done. Please turn on your cameras. Turn on your cameras for this Kodak moment. Honorable Minister, it is with all humility that we humbly request that you join us for this Kodak moment as we write history. And then Honorable Sarah Mateke, you may leave at ease. Could we put on those big wide smiles? Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed, for taking off time this morning to celebrate a milestone, an achievement, a demonstration of character and resilience that amidst adversity lies opportunity. As we roll you out, the graduates, this morning, to go so high like the eagle, be the master of your skill. On behalf of MTN Foundation and Ubuntu System, I remain Rachel Musima Senyodo. Thank you for joining us this morning.